Hey guys, how are we doing? Today I'm going to be going through some of the prep work that I'm going to be doing on a more regular basis and probably on a weekly basis, if not fortnightly, depending on what the plan is for that week as far as my food's concerned. Because Tanny and I eat very, very differently, it's important that I actually make things as easy as possible by pre-cooking a whole heap of things. Today that's going to range from beans to black beans to mixed grains to rice to possibly lentils. I don't know, but I want to make sure that I have enough stuff that's ready to go that if needs be I can just pick it all up and chuck it together, and it just makes it so much easier for both myself and for Tanny. So let's get stuck into it. My very best friend today is going to be my slow cooker. Everything that I'm doing today can be cooked in here, and I can just sort of pick it up and walk away. So we're going to start off with doing the white beans. Okay, so I'm going to start with some of these, which is black-eyed beans. They're a white bean, so they don't really taint the colour of anything. So I'm going to put about a cup, 2 cups in there. Oh, let's just get that jar down. Oof. And then I've got some white beans or Great Northern beans or whatever you want to call them. And we're just going to pop those on that side. Simple. Yes, good. Let's do the lot. Right. Then I've got a new jar. Woohoo! And on top of that, we're going to put a litre of water. Now, I want the Aquafaba that comes off this, which is the liquid from the beans cooking, which you find in tins of chickpeas and such as well. And I do have tins of chickpeas if I so wanted to use them, but I don't. So I want to keep the Aquafaba from here so I can use it for other things. And then you've got your secondary products. So I'm not actually going to put anything in with these. Normally I might put things like bay leaves or, you know, fennel seeds and stuff like that. But this time it's completely raw. And don't ever add salt to the water when you're cooking beans, because it will toughen the skins and it will make it really, really not so nice. Okay, so I'm going to put those on now on the slow cooker setting for about an hour, and I'll be back. Okay, so our beans are done. They've taken a little bit longer than I expected, and I had to add another 2 litres of water in because they were going dry. And as you can see, that's only given us about a litre's worth of Aquafaba. But they're all fully cooked now, so I'm chuffed with that. Right, on to the next lot. What's next? Oh gosh, let me just... Yep. Okay, so this one we're going to be doing is black beans, and I'm going to do these slightly differently. There will be some flavours in the stock, because I want to keep the stock for cooking on later on. So we're just going to put couple of cups of the black beans in there, and I'm going to put 2 litres of water in here. There's 1, and 2, and we're also going to put in 1 diced up onion I did earlier. We're also going to get some thyme, and we're going to get a really good sprig of that, the dried thyme, and pop that in there too. We're also going to chuck in a few cumin seeds, about that many, about a teaspoon of cumin seeds. We've also got a couple of bay leaves that are going in here, dried ones. That'll do. If you've got bigger ones than that, don't put 5. I've just done that because it's so little. Right, and I'm also putting in some fennel seeds. So we're going to have about a teaspoonful of those in there as well. Right. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to leave those alone for a couple of hours and then we'll be back. Okay. Oops. Sorry guys. Having to navigate the cat so that I can get the beans. Now they're all done. That's taken an hour for those. So we're just going to scrape out the last little bits of that because we don't want to waste any. There we go. Done. Oh, perfect. Okay. Now that's our beanstalk. We're going to use that for cooking other things like curries and things. So we're going to get rid of these thyme stalks and bay leaves. They don't need to stay in there. And that's that done. And we'll get on with the next one. Whew. Okay, so in this one we're going to put a cup of our farro. We're going to put a cup of spelt. Ooh, or maybe 2. That's okay. We'll use them. And we're going to put a cup of quinoa. Or just basically equal amounts of all 3, right? Whatever you want to do. And then we're going to get the stock in. Okay, so that's 1 litre. We're going to put another litre in there as well. 2 litres. And 1 more. Okay, and this is the 3rd litre of water. With doing things like this, when you're doing dehydrated foods and stuff, it is always better to have too much water than too little. Okay, so that's it, and we're just going to cook them off plain and simple. We go. Perfect. Done. And that only took 40 minutes. The whole lot in the slow cooker. Right. Simple. Let's get that in there. And we'll drain that off. Not bad, not bad. We're doing good. Okay, so 5 minutes here or there in the day. Letting the slow cooker do all the work. We've got enough beans for a couple of meals. We've got some bean stock that we'll use for a meal. We've got 2 containers of mixed grains. Perfect. We have 2 containers of mixed white beans, plus a litre of Aquafaba, plus we have the stock from the mixed grains, which will be perfect for soup. So there you go. Doesn't take much. It takes like 5 minutes here and there in your day, and then you're not really doing very much at all, really. It's much better than doing it on the stove, because the stove you've got to sit and watch it every 10 minutes. This way you can go off and do whatever it is that you need to do, and then come back 40 minutes, an hour, hour and a half later, and you're done. And that's everything done for the week then. Simple. Okay, so with all of those done for the week, that's taken a huge pressure off of me, so that I can literally just grab a container out of the fridge and chuck things together with other things. But the majority of all the cooking is done. It's done. Simple. Done. So happy. Okay, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys later on. Bye bye.